Stopped by the Imperial City to hit up the lady who trains in repair or armor. Go ahead and finish off my level with a couple random spells here. There we go. Alright. Let's go get some rest. Let's see if we can go sleep for free first. Somewhere around here is a sewer hole. Can't use the beggar's bedding.
Hello?
We should be able to raise our strength, endurance, and willpower this time. If we can't raise those by 5 each, then I've made a serious mistake. Oh, nice. This respawns. Cool. Cannot sleep within... Oh, seriously? I recall being able to use this. Maybe it's because I ran down here and didn't sneak down here. I don't think so. I thought you could use those beds. I remember using those... Oh, well, whatever. Doesn't matter. I guess we'll go spend some gold on an inn. I'd rather save that. That training is getting expensive.
That's too bad. Goodbye. Be seeing you.
What can I do for you? I do have a bed available for 20 gold a night. Would you like to rent it? Very good. It's up the stairs there. First door on your left. Sleep well. Good day.
Oh, let's get some sleep. Okay, isn't that my room? Well, that's not creepy at all. Great. Haunted hotel. Alright. Strength, willpower, and endurance. Wasted a few points on speed and personality. Personality I'm not worried about. Speed, at some point, I'm going to drop some points into that. I don't think I necessarily need to get it up to 100. It's not a crucial skill. You know, one of these levels, there will be an opportunity to drop 5 points into it, and I'll do it then. Endurance is my primary concern. And then strength and agility are right behind that. Like I say, agility is a stat. The most important thing is not getting staggered. That's the main thing you want. The ability to keep your balance, essentially, is what it says. But that's the key attribute, is not getting staggered. So, why don't we head to Bravil? Bravil, however you say it. Get here in the guild and start being able to make some weapons that are actually worth something and make a big difference. On the downside is if you have a strong weapon, you don't have to hit as often and you don't raise your skills. I believe strength is raised by successful hits, not the amount of damage you do. Whereas, if I'm not mistaken, they changed that a little bit in Skyrim, and it was based on the damage you did and the damage you take, as to how quickly particular skills go up. Also in that one, they incorporated standing stones that would give you bonuses and leveling speed that you could just randomly pick and change whenever you wanted. And I don't know. I wasn't the biggest fan of that either. Starting with a star sign and dictating the course and the future of your character, that was a cool thing. I don't know that they should have messed with that. If on Elder Scrolls 6, honestly,
well met.
I think I'm gonna actually have to deal with him on this one if I remember right. But yeah, on Elder Scrolls 6, if they bring attributes back, leave star signs and certain decisions to be made at the beginning of the game, which, you know, if you want to cater to lazy gaming or thoughtless gaming, then incorporate an ability to respec or reassign later or something, you know. And me, in some cases, I'm not even really a fan of that. Like, I'm more about, starting another character. Now, somebody brought up a really good point. One of you guys, you mentioned that essentially they want to cater to everybody, so in the process of doing so, they factor in that some people, I guess they get their target audience, the people most likely to spend money and buy their game, right? I mean, it's all about business. I understand. I'm realistic about it. I may not like it, but I get it. But that most of the people spending money on their games actually do have, like, say, full-time jobs and families and stuff, and game is recreationally, so they don't really have the time to invest 200 hours each into 4 or 5 different characters and sink 1,000 hours into a game. May not have that. And I get it. I believe game developers should institute difficulty settings and toggles, the ability to toggle on and off certain aspects or elements of the game that allow for hardcore, or what they would call hardcore gaming, dedicated gaming, thinking gaming, whatever. Allow for that, but also allow for casual players who just want to just run around in the game world, and they're not really concerned with builds and all that other stuff,
You're here for a recommendation, I presume. Are you prepared to earn it? I'm afraid I haven't had time to prepare anything conventional. I'm very preoccupied with this situation concerning Ardaline. Perhaps you can help with that, however. I can't directly get involved for fear of embarrassing the poor girl. I'll need you to have a little chat with Varen Vamori, and you can learn something about the power of illusion in the process. I don't understand it. Some ridiculous male thing, I suppose. He's been bothering Ardaline every day for a while now. He even stole her mage's staff. Perhaps he thinks it's amusing. I don't know. But it needs to stop. It's making her miserable. It's more symbolic than practical, but each carries great significance to its owner. You're going to get Ardaline's staff back. Take this charm scroll. With it, you should find Varon more receptive to questioning. Don't come back without that staff. You have what you need to help him talk. I admit, it's not standard guild procedure, but I'd do anything for one of my girls. Make sure Varen hands over that staff.
Alright, so we have guild drama here. Apparently a girl here is being harassed by somebody who took her staff or whatever. Alright, well, we'll go ask about that. Looks like somebody's about to get confronted. I think there are 2 or 3 skill books in this particular guild hall, I believe. I'm not really going to concern myself with them now. It's going to be nice to know they're here for later. Later, when it's taking forever to raise that skill, one time, I can go back and sift through these books, maybe even do a pre-save and read a book, and if it's not the one I'm looking for, reload or something, if I need to. I don't remember exactly by the title of every book specifically what skill it raises and all that stuff. But anyway, Inquisition, Dragon Age Inquisition, for those of you that played that, they did something at the end. They tried to force an actual nightmare mode back into the game with trials, and they were really buggy, and they didn't work, true enough. They caused more problems than they, it was more work than it was worth a lot of the times, and there was issues with it. But it was an idea, and what I would suggest is with the game, keep all that in the game, and then allow players to toggle off that stuff. Like if enemies, generally have certain resistances, certain extra powers, extra abilities, they can do everything you can do. Keep that challenge in there. Program the game to where it works from the start, and then allow players to take that out of it. Like, for example, enemy scaling. If you want enemies to stop scaling in certain levels, to where when you're level 20, you can go back and beat up on the little level 5s to make yourself feel better, well, then fine. Allow that to scale off. But for those who want to keep the game rich and challenging, then put that in there in the first place. Don't try to force it in at the end as some little add-on and let the player know, well, hey, if it doesn't work, you might want to keep multiple saves because this is buggy as fuck, which is basically what they said. Well, rather than that, how about make it work in the first place and then allow players to take it out later, so a person can dictate how much challenge they actually want afterwards. I don't think that's too far-fetched, honestly. I friggin' missed this dude. Wow, what a waste.
I'll hide you.
Glad I've got a spare scroll.
Hello, friend. What can I do for you? I don't know what to say. All I want is for her to care about me, to feel the same way as I do about her. But she doesn't. I try, and it just doesn't matter. It makes me furious sometimes.
I see.
All right, I admit it. I took it from her. I don't know what I was thinking, honestly. I was trying to tell her how I feel, again, and she wouldn't even stop to talk to me. I just got so angry. I was a little ashamed afterwards, but I didn't know how to apologize or give it back. I wish I could. I'm afraid I don't have it anymore, you see. I sold it.
Yeah, you were real ashamed, huh?
Aranum.
What a piece of shit.
He lives in the Talos Plaza district of the Imperial City. He's the one who has Ardalene's staff now. If I still had it, I'd gladly give it back.
Uh-huh.
You'll have to talk to Soris Arenum if you want it.
No, you wouldn't. Or you would have.
I don't know much about that ghost, but some say he died in a horrible shipwreck. I would stay away from him if I were you. Bad omen. Each night, he wanders the shore of Nibbin Bay. Then he stops and looks mournfully out to sea. If you're interested, you may want to see Gilgondarin at Silverholm on the Water. When it comes to local legends, he's the best source in town. Tell Arden I'm sorry.
Oh, you can't even say you're sorry for yourself. What a loser. Okay, so that's stalking/rape. She wouldn't return your affections, so instead of taking her body, you took her staff, something personal to her, in a fit of anger and rage. Okay, that's the type of mental breakage, mental perversity that leads people to violate women and stuff. Okay, wow. I'm going to get into that, but I'm going to call that for what it is and not take it lightheartedly as, oh, making too much of it. No, there's no such thing as making too much of that when it comes to that type of stuff concerning women, or children for that matter.
Any luck talking with Varen Vermor yet? It should be no trouble at all once you use that scroll. He sold it, huh? Well, this just keeps getting worse. Very well. I presume he gave you some indication of where the staff is now located? Take these and go resolve the situation. And of course, please keep this just between us. Don't say anything to her. I don't want to embarrass her further. Once this is all taken care of, I'll speak to her privately.
Okay, I'm glad to see that you care about one of your associates here or whatever, apprentices. But your sympathies regarding at least this guy right here are completely misplaced. You should bar him from the guild. I don't even know if he's in the Mages Guild. Why is he trespassing anyway? He's stalking / potentially a rapist with one of your students or whatever. Yeah, put a stop to that. You're the guild leader. Hello.
What is it, citizen?
Oh, man. Not cool, man. Not cool. All right, we'll go get the staff back for the poor girl. She's the one victimized here.
Greetings. What exactly do you require of me?
I needed some cash.
What is it,
So I went to see Jen.
She gives good prices for...
What if I could stack that with an actual spell, charm spell, if I had one? Like, I wonder if the scroll and the spell together would stack. Probably. I have soothing. I don't know. See if this will work.
Good day, stranger. Soris Arenum is my name. As much as I like you, friend, I'm just not willing to part with that staff. It's nothing personal.
Ah, see, we need some persuading here. Why don't I take this opportunity to do a little persuasion?
We'll see.
I'm guessing he's pretty close, probably 60 or 70.
Well, I'll take that, and thank you very much. Look, I can't just give it to you. I paid good money for it after all. I'll tell you what, you give me at least a portion of what I paid for it, say 200 gold, and I'll give you the staff. That's a good deal, right? I wouldn't offer it to anyone else, just you. So, what do you say? I'll just take the money from you then. And here's your staff. Now, since our business is concluded, you must excuse me. Good day.
I wouldn't doubt that somewhere here I could probably just stolen the staff back. Wait till nobody's looking. I don't know. And you know what? How about I go to the guards and report that you've got stolen property and see what they think about that? How about that? I don't know. I feel like I'm the patsy here now. Oh well, at least I got it. Problem resolved. I hope. There's the Shivering Isles. Start of the DLC. And no, we're not going there right now. Can't you go play the Shivering Isles right now with your little steel axe that only does 2 damage? Oh, okay. Yeah, good luck with that. No thanks. No thanks. Awesome.
Well met.
Do you have the mage's staff, associate? Ah, wonderful. I shall be most pleased to return this to its rightful owner. Thank you. You needn't tell me the details of what was involved in getting it. It's perhaps better that I know nothing about it. Your actions for the guild more than merit a recommendation. I shall send it to the university promptly. And to thank you more personally, I shall teach you this spell. You may find it useful in certain circumstances. Please, I'm in desperate need of help, and I think you're the only one that I can turn to.
Yeah, I'm not sensing a strong effectiveness of this guild right here. Certainly are needy. Alright, since this lady here doesn't seem to mind me taking all this stuff, I think I'll go ahead and grab this.
How are you?
Fantastic.
I don't care if I'm overloaded or not. Who cares? I'm going to sell it right now.
Something about an old enemy is storming into town.
I had no idea. I'm Ardeline. I'm the guild's advanced trainer in alchemy here in Bravil. Can I interest you in some of my wares?
Ardeline, all soft-spoken and everything. She was the one whose staff we just got back, right? I think. Well, anyway, I'm glad we resolved it. There's I'm pretty low on gold.
That seems if you've made a good bit of gold. You've made a good...
Yeah, I will not suffer you guys through this, but I am going to, once all this is said and done and we get into the Arcane University, about to make a weapon and stuff, I'll show you guys the weapon that I make. See what you think. But, I think what I'll do is I'll go back to each mage guild and grab everything, and maybe even books, like every book off the shelf type of thing, and find one, you know, a merchant there. Skingrad is the only one I think where there's not an in-house merchant. There may be, but I mean, they sell spells, but I don't think anyone will buy physical goods there. I may be wrong on that, but it seems like I remember that being the one where there's not like a little counter, a little shop, where you can usually buy alchemy stuff and sell all the stuff that you grab. But there is a store literally directly across the street, so that's not too bad.
Goodbye.
Anyway, I'll probably do that and go rack up as much gold as I possibly can. Grab anything in the guild of worth and sell it to the people right there. Seems a bit cheesy, but you know what? I think they see this new associate here, our character, as somewhat of a pauper. And if you're already out there sleeping in the barn and living off the scraps that the pigs won't eat type thing. You know, if you're just doing that bad, then they're more than happy to help you out a little bit, considering we're helping them out.
Eterianus spells, recharging and training in mysticism. And idle chatter. At your service.
Awesome. Well, apparently no one's buying or selling right now, so we've got evening hours, I guess. Whatever.
Oh.
All right, well, that is another problem resolved. Now, the guild master here wants some help with a friend. I'm going to go do that later if we do it at all, because I'm thinking of the loot to be had, and doing a lot of the stuff at this level is just a waste of an opportunity to get good stuff. You know, if I know there's going to be loot chests involved in a quest, I'd rather have it at level 15 or 20 than level 4 or 5. Although at level 5 here, next time we level up, we ought to start seeing some enchanted stuff here and there. Some stuff like that. Level 5, I believe, is the next threshold where we start get an upgrade in gear. I think it's level 5. Maybe it's 6 or 7. I don't know. Anyway, if you want to subscribe, click that button up top. If you want to catch the rest of this playthrough, you can click that image in the middle. It should send you to the playlist. Appreciate you all hanging out. I guess I'll catch you on the next one. All right, bye-bye.